Welcome back to my kitchen. I again did not feel like filming anywhere else in my apartment, so I was like, we're gonna film in my kitchen today. So today I want to talk about this movie that I just saw on Peacock, and it's called Final Girl. Now I don't know how many of you guys have watched Final Girl, but it was okay. So it was actually pretty good. The beginning was a little confusing to me. So basically, it opens up with this guy interviewing this little girl, and he's basically asking her to volunteer to like go with him or something, because of some bad people or something. Something happened to his wife, whatever. Long story short, she goes with him, and you basically see her grown up, and he basically trained her on how to like fight and to kill, because she was gonna go after these boys, and I'm like, who exactly is she going after? Because if you're okay, when she was a kid, he was talking about someone that killed his wife and kid, but, and this is the part that was confusing. I was like, why are you training this girl? But the plot of the movie didn't, like, it basically was her going after like these four guys that were killing girls, but they were young. They were like her age. So I'm like, I don't think you raised her to go after these guys because they were all kids themselves. So what I think happened is he basically raised her to go after bad people and kill them. So I was like, all right, that's basically probably what the premise of this movie is. But it was kind of confusing. Like, it was a little confusing in the beginning. But where they won me over was the scene where she basically kills all four guys. So basically these kids, they were maybe like seniors in high school, and they were basically telling these girls that they had some type of event or whatever, and they wanted to take them to a dance or something. So the girls would get dressed up, these guys would get dressed up. That was like their thing. They would get dressed up in suits, and then they would take them out to the woods, and they would hunt them. So they wanted the girls, they would play a game of like truth or dare, and then they would go to like the middle of the woods like to play this game, and then they would make her run, and then they would go after the girl and chase her and kill her. They didn't even care about like assaulting her sexually. They just wanted to kill her. That's it. So they were basically like bananas. Like you can just tell like they were very mischievous boys. And she ends up getting in their crosshairs. Like, she gets invited by them because like she set it up that way. And that's who the guy that was training her to do. Like, she was setting her up. He was training her up for them, like to kill them. And so she gets in, she goes, and she gets invited. And I'm watching it, so like it was a pretty cool like scene, like the way they did it. But basically she drugs them, and she ends up like like running, acting like she was scared, but she wasn't. But the thing that she drugged them with was like a potion to bring out their biggest fears, and basically that was going to level the playing field and help her fight them easier so she can kill them. This girl ended up killing all four of them. And it was actually like really badass. I actually really enjoyed it because I was like, yes, this is exactly what we need to be watching, okay? Boys that are up to no good should be getting offed, okay? But I don't condone violence or murder. So I did like this movie, and I liked how they did it because it was actually really cool to just watch how they were doing it. One of my favorite scenes was when she was like fighting. She was about to fight one of I think it was like the first guy. His fear, I guess, was like, it was like dressed as a man with like a panda head, and I was like, what did this come from? Basically, like, she was the guy in the panda head, but he could only see her. She wasn't actually that. That's just what he was seeing one. So it basically like weakened him, and she was able to kill him. And I thought that the guy of the leader was just a psychopath and he would probably have no fears. But turns out he did, and his fear was that all the ghosts of the women that he murdered would come after him. And that's how he died, essentially. Like, she hung him, and he really ended up, like, further killing himself because he pushed back and, like, ended up, like, killing himself that way. So it kind of looked like a suicide. But, yeah, the whole thing was basically, like, it was really cool. It was a really cool movie, but it was also kind of confusing because it was hard to follow along. Like, what's her motive? What is her mentor's motive? How did he pick these guys? Like, I'm seeing her getting training, but what is the build up for this? Like, what is the connection? And I think based off what I was able to conclude, is he just trained her to kill really bad people. And that was it. Was it a good watch? Yes. I definitely recommend people watching it. It was actually like really interesting because you're still rooting for her, right? Like she's still the main actor and the actress, and you're still rooting for her, and you're like, I want her to be okay. I want her to make it through. I want her to get to the other side. I want, like, and you end up disliking these guys so much because they're so obnoxious, and the fact that they killed all these women is like horrible. So you're like, you want her to win. You just want her to win. So like you're watching it and you're like, oh my god, like, is she actually going to live? Are they going to kill her? Like, are they gonna, like, you know, are they gonna be stronger? So it was actually like a really good watch, and I really enjoyed it. And I definitely recommend you guys watch Final Girl. It was a little confusing in the beginning, so you really have to watch it. But after that, you're like, you know what? I did not hate that movie. So I'm going to give it like a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I think a 6 out of 10 is like kind of fair. 5.5 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10. That's what I'll give it. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are interested in watching it, go ahead and check it out. It's on Peacock. So if you have a Peacock subscription, you'll be able to watch Final Girl. And let me know what you think. If you go ahead and watch it, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm dying to talk to people about this movie. So let me know. All right. Thanks. Until next time.